They found a cave called the Lovelock Cave. They went in there, they came across many skeleton remains. The majority of them were giant skeletons.
In mythology, the giants were a fact, they did exist. What we are missing are the bones of giants. From time to time, anthropologists found some big bones, but then other anthropologists contradicted it. But definitely giants did exist in the past.
Not every journey that starts ends as expected. Sometimes unexpected encounters, remarkable discoveries, and inexplicable sightings occur that make you question reality. And here, we've gathered all those journeys whose ending will shock you. Trolls are mythical creatures believed to be from Northern Europe, and there are numerous tales of giant trolls capable of devouring humans in Norse mythology. While their existence has remained surrounded by questions, a recent video has sparked speculation. Apparently, a guy set up a camera in a cave to see if he could find some extraordinary creatures, and captured a troll in action. They are typically found in remote areas near rocks, mountains, or caves. However, the authenticity of the clip is questionable, so many people hoped it was just a person in a costume, or a digitally animated creation. Mexican giants. A terrifying scene went down on a Mexican hill when a colossal figure emerged behind residential buildings. The dark figure seemed to be taking a stroll, which caused panic throughout the town. People fled their homes in terror, believing their town was under attack. Just listen to how they shouted and asked for help. Some online users speculated it could be the return of ancient giants, while others thought it might be extraterrestrial creatures, as Mexico has been quite the hotspot for alien conspiracies. The identity of the figure remained unknown, leaving people thoroughly scared by the encounter. Here's another clip circulating online, claiming to have captured the humanoid giant. They seem to live in caves, and this clip captured one in its habitat. Sitting near the cave opening, with its limbs on the ground, it sure didn't look like a normal human. So, could this be considered convincing proof of giants' existence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Cave shapeshifter. Seeing this video, I can't decide whether the creature lurking in the deserted cave is paranormal, extraterrestrial, or some other mythical being. A man was using his drone to explore unknown caves and lower the device into a bizarre cave entrance. And to his surprise, a creature unlike anything he had imagined appeared. A biped with horns and limbs resembling those of a goat, and it seemed to be hiding behind the cave wall. Due to the darkness inside the cave, its features weren't clear, and the clip ended there, leaving the creature shrouded in mystery. Marble Mountain Giants.
We wander up into the trees a little bit.
Back in 2001, a group out on a trip to Marble Mountain, USA, encountered something that has been a mystery to date. While recording, they accidentally caught a giant human-like creature standing at the top of a hill.
See that king's castle?
They believed that it was some ancient giant living in the elusive woods. It might look normal to you, but the fact that it was visible from that distance, its size has to be quite large. Not only that, they found claw marks and a shelter among the trees.
Whatever it is has been all smoothed out.
Made out of branches and bushes, that may have been the haven of that elusive being. For all these years, people have given various opinions. Some think it was just a normal human captured at a certain angle. However, enthusiasts believe the clip was authentic, and giants are living alongside us.
The hands hang down to the...
How can you see from there down to his...
Bigfoot. This clip posted online claimed to have captured the renowned mythical creature, a Bigfoot. A bunch of hikers encountered this beast on the Tatra Mountains of Poland. Recorded from a distance, the clip captured a giant creature walking up the rocky path. The internet folks believe that they had captured a Bigfoot out and about. but skeptics seem to think otherwise, saying the video was very old and blurry and couldn't be considered as strong evidence.
Co to jest? Nic? Nie.
Mud creature. While exploring the secrets of the dark woods, a group of friends found this. A pale humanoid creature was seen crawling out of the muddy swamp. It was unlike any human. When it noticed the group recording, it attempted to frighten them off. And here, the clip came to an inconclusive end, with nothing but horrific screams from those guys. The internet went crazy over the sighting. Some said it could be the Rake, a pale, elongated humanoid creature, but some also argue about it being a skinwalker. But whatever that thing was, it didn't seem to belong to our planet. Tall aliens. Earlier this year, a group of friends hiking on a remote hill in Brazil recorded footage that caught the attention of the internet.
Mano, pior que mexe esquisito demais.
10-foot-tall humanoid beings out in broad daylight left the witnesses unsettled as they walked along the trail and mysteriously stood atop the hill. The internet folks dived into speculations, with many suggesting the presence of an extraterrestrial visitor making an unwelcomed appearance, while others dismissed it, saying it was just a hiker captured at an unusual angle. However, since the Miami incident, people think that our planet has become a favorite destination for these otherworldly entities. Cave Skinwalker. Even after seeing that the mine was sealed off, a couple decided to venture in and stumbled upon a mysterious being that left them questioning what lies in the dark. A pair of glowing eyes suddenly emerged and stared into their souls. Watching the creepy resident, they quickly backed out of the cave instantly, probably for the best. Here, have a look at the enhanced footage that revealed the creature's chilling form. Pale, tall, and slender, with eyes that glinted in the dim light, it seemed to materialize out of thin air. Speculation on the internet ran wild as they tried to identify the creature's origin. Was it a skinwalker, an alien, or something else entirely? Eerie Encounter. Two men exploring a collapsed cave system in Jordan encountered the creepy face of a mysterious figure hiding behind the rocks. The face looked like a person covered in dust, or it might just be a disfigured animal. But netizens thought it was a ghost or a jinn, paranormal beings that live in a parallel world capable of crossing into ours. Another theory said that it could be a toy doll covered in dirt. So what do you think? Was it a ghost or some cryptid? Let me know in the comments. Sasquatch on a Hill.
An elusive creature.
A couple abroad was out sightseeing a train between Durango and Silverton and claimed to have spotted a creature they could only describe as Bigfoot. A large figure walking among bushes is seen by many visitors. Then, all of a sudden, it sat down, trying to camouflage. It sure found ways to survive human intrusion. Even though there's a lot of skepticism surrounding Bigfoot sightings, this mysterious clip caused quite a stir on the internet. People debated whether it could be a real-life Bigfoot, but just like many other similar sightings, this one also didn't provide many answers.
An elusive creature.
Himalayan Yeti. The clip opens with a couple of hikers climbing on the snowy Himalayan mountain in Nepal. Things were good until their camera accidentally caught this, a giant being walking along the snow. Looking at its long arms and the black furry body from a distance, one of the guys thought it was a Yeti, but netizens have different opinions, with some saying it was just some guy in a costume. But carrying a huge suit in that freezing temperature on a hill just to pull off a hoax didn't seem right. But the cryptid enthusiasts believe it was indeed a Yeti out for a stroll that accidentally got captured. Freezing cave creature. In a remote ice cavern near Hallstatt, Austria, known for its ancient formations, a visitor had a chilling encounter. While walking by dozens of icicles hanging from the ceiling, he noticed a strange movement on one of the walls. Initially thinking it might be a person, He zoomed in for a closer look and couldn't believe his eyes when a ghostly white humanoid creature was seen climbing the wall like a lizard. Theories arose, with some saying the old cave was probably home to many creatures, and that was one of them, while others made a more horrifying guess, saying it was a reptilian human. Could this be an entirely new species previously undiscovered by science? Ritualistic performance. Now, imagine going out into the woods for a calm, peaceful walk, expecting to see nature and wild animals. And instead, you come across this. What is that guy doing? Dressed in a black coat, and is that a mask he's wearing? And what's with that dance he's performing? I think he's involved in some kind of a ritual. And when he turned to see the guy recording, he darted out of the frame, probably out of embarrassment. And I could understand. This guy just walked in on his performance unannounced. Utah giant.
Oh, that thing's kind of creepy. It's like a person's silhouette up in them clouds.
In this latest video from Salt Lake City, Utah, an unusual scene occurred near a busy rock quarry. A mysterious bipedal creature was spotted that looked like a giant resting on the mountainside. The onlookers were amazed by the strange sight, thinking they had caught the infamous mountain giants. Theories surfaced, with netizens trying to figure out its identity.
It's 60 to 80 feet tall, 60, 80 feet across at a wedge shape.
Some believed it might be related to quarry operations, while others sided with the giant speculation. However, with many other similar sightings, this one also remained a mystery. Clueless Explorer. This hiker out on an adventure unintentionally captured a mythical creature that had been the topic of various online debates over the years. Camera in hand, he was recording his journey, and when the camera panned behind him, a dark, giant creature was captured and quickly got out of frame. Did it notice the camera? People on the internet said that it was the infamous Bigfoot that the guy had cluelessly captured, while skeptics argued that it was probably another guy in the suit, as these mysterious creatures' existence has never been confirmed. Caveenigma. Going out on an exploration trip only to be met with something like this is no one's idea of fun. These guys were venturing out in Sagada, Philippines, when they encountered a creature with a massive skull and long, bony arms resting inside the cave. As soon as it realized it was being filmed, it lost its cool and scared them away. Was it guarding the cave? Or is this critter involved in something more sinister? The answers to these questions have remained elusive. But ever since the encounter, locals have steered clear of the cave. Desert Anomaly. In this strange video, a journalist was interviewing this woman when suddenly the camera zoomed in on something in the background. A mysterious, thin, shadowy beast appeared like an animal and walked upright slowly across the desert wasteland. Speculation went wild on the internet as viewers tried to figure out what that being could be. Was it a visitor from another dimension or something more sinister like a skinwalker? The team itself reassured that the video was real, but the skeptics have dismissed, saying something like this can't exist. But you never know what might be lurking right beside you while you remain completely clueless. Australian Yowi. An explorer was out trying to uncover the secrets lurking in the dark wilderness of Australia when he encountered this. A terrifying humanoid figure hiding behind a tree. Its dark features and toothy mouth looked like it had jumped out of a nightmare. The guy recording the video thought he had encountered the infamous Yowi, Australia's version of the Bigfoot that's said to be around 12 feet tall. There has been no confirmation of its existence, but these incomplete, blurry sightings have kept the mystery alive. While skeptics dismiss these sightings as hoaxes, believers and Yowi hunters continue to search for evidence of its existence, with some even claiming to have communicated with the creature. Horned beast. An explorer was out looking around in a cave when he stumbled upon a strange blob on the ground. and the bones of an odd creature. He poked it with his foot, trying to figure out what it was, but couldn't identify it due to the dark cave. As he looked ahead, he had even more questions as he couldn't recognize anything. Feeling unsettled, he decided to leave. But just as he turned, he caught a glimpse of a huge, horned beast in front of him. It vanished in an instant. Scared out of his breath, he ran out of the cave, thinking he might have seen a dragon hiding there. But since it all happened so quickly, he couldn't be sure. Giant footprints.
There are many dinosaur footprints found right on the other side of those trees right there.
This guy's exploration trip to Texas took a very interesting turn when he found something groundbreaking. On the surface, he discovered footprints, and you would think, what's new? But those were no ordinary ones. Just look at the size of it.
Kind of looks like a Nephilim giant footprint.
The guy also put his foot on it to give a comparison. It was truly huge.
Put my foot right there.
Complete with 5 toes. Strangely, these giant footmarks were said to be surrounded by dinosaur footprints, and this bit of information started speculations. Some people dismissed this, saying humans didn't exist during dinosaur times, while others wanted the experts to authenticate the discovery. However, until now, there's been no word on it.
So this is very interesting.
Cave worm.
I am a conch ghost.
The journey of 2 men on an adventure took an unexpected turn when they stumbled upon a cave. Venturing inside, they navigated through narrow passages only to encounter the mythical being known as the cave worm. A massive, limbless, and wingless dragon-like creature. These cave dwellers, never before seen in reality, caused quite a stir online as the footage of their encounter spread. Many viewers were surprised to see the mythical creature seemingly alive. However, skeptics dismissed the footage, saying it was digitally made and not real at all. Chupacabra or Skinwalker. A man set up a camera in the wild to catch some extraordinary creatures lurking in the dark. But this was what he caught. A creepy, pale figure on all 4 seemed to be walking from one side of the frame to the other. You might think it's just a human pulling a prank, but have a closer look at its elongated limbs and slender form. It couldn't possibly be any human or animal. Some said it was the Skinwalker, while others went wild, saying it was a Chupacabra. And during all this frenzied speculation, the entity remained unidentified. Creepy passerby. Out of the woods to explore nature, this guy stumbled upon a not-so-pretty natural scene. When he heard strange footsteps approaching from the distance, he got out his camera and captured this giant, pitch-black, furry creature walking by in the middle of the forest. With its heavy, strong steps, it seemed to be on a mission. Is that a Bigfoot, or just some guy walking around in a costume, giving forest visitors a little scare? Hoax or not, I would never want to see something like that in my way. Haunted statue. On their trip, everyone usually brings back something to remember it. These hikers did too, but what they found was more than just a keepsake. Within the dark cave, they found a strange, dark, doll-like figure. But it wasn't just its place of discovery and bizarre look that made it odd. Creepily, its nails were dug deep in its eyes and a rope around its neck. The doll looked like it was haunted, or was it used in some ritualistic activity? The couple who took the terrifying statue home was said to have experienced severe paranormal activities. And I think that was a given just by its looks. If it were me, you wouldn't have found me anywhere near that thing. Cave Djinn. 2 friends ventured into a cave that was famous for being haunted. Wanting to see what the fuss was all about, they tried summoning the being. Their call worked, and the creature suddenly appeared, possessing one of the guys. However, he didn't suffer much, as the other man managed to free him by performing a different religious ritual. They believed it was a djinn, a supernatural entity that's believed to live in a world beyond human perception. However, without more information, the true events of this clip remain a mystery. Thailand creature. A group of friends was out bicycling around the remote mountains of Thailand when they encountered something out of this world. Taking a break around some trees, they noticed something moving along the trunk of the tree right in front of them. The movement was such that you couldn't tell if it happened or not, so let's have a look at the slowed version. It looked like a dark, faceless creature jumping down from the tree. And did you see its hand? Just how big it is. The guys quickly went behind the tree to see what it was, but didn't find anything, as it had disappeared. Mexican cave. Earlier this year, Mexican authorities made a startling discovery near the Guatemalan border, a cave containing a huge pile of about 150 skulls. At first, the experts thought it was probably a crime scene, but investigation revealed a far more sinister and disturbing truth. The 1,000-year-old skulls were the result of some ancient ritualistic sacrifice dating back to around 900 to 1200 AD. Archaeologists believe they were once displayed, possibly as trophies of some ancient ceremony. Such practices were not uncommon in ancient times. But the scale and preservation of this find are absolutely chilling. It showed humanity's darker past. Peking screamer. In the remote Turkish wilderness, a man heard muffled screams coming from beneath the rocks. He cautiously approached, only to be met by an eerie sight, a strange, unidentified creature who peered back at him from the shadows. Online speculations went wild. Could it be a trapped owl or something out of this world? As it had alien-like features that no one was able to explain. The clip left everyone to wonder what secrets lie within the unexplored wilds. Squeamish swarm. A few months back, a very strange scene was captured in the Yangshuo region of China. A huge, dark, cloud-like thing in the center was surrounded by birds flying around it. The clip got a lot of attention online. Some say it might be an open portal to another dimension, and birds were protecting it, while others said it was a sign of an impending apocalypse. But still, after months, there's been no news about any world-ending phenomenon. So what was that bizarre sight, and what did it mean? The questions have remained unsettled ever since. Treasure hunt. A treasure hunter found a sealed cave, and his metal detector pointed out that there was something precious lying under the rocks. He got to work moving the stones aside and opening up the cave. When he finally got in there, he found a huge metal box with 6 pointed stars all over it. He opened it and found a bunch of things. A stick, a few necklaces, and a book made out of metal that had bizarre carvings in it. He couldn't tell what time of history those relics belonged to, but he was glad to have uncovered the treasure. Pixie sighting. This clip blowing up on the internet has puzzled viewers all over the world. An explorer named Erwin Saunders went out to take a look around the British Isles and stumbled upon a short, eerie creature that resembled a pixie. A skinny olive green figure with bulging eyes and pointed ears. It seemed like it was looking for something. And before he could investigate further, the creature vanished into the forest. Internet folks claimed that the clip was a hoax, probably made with CGI. But I would like to know what you think of this clip. Let me know in the comments. Dinosaur remains. This next clip made the dinosaur enthusiast community lose their minds. A hunter claimed to have found real-life T-Rex skeletal remains lying in the woods. An almost complete dinosaur skeleton with flesh still on the bones. What is this? The Cretaceous period? Dinosaurs went extinct long ago, so how was this possible? Was there a possibility of a living dinosaur now? Everyone wanted to know the reality. And the truth emerged after a bit of investigation. The clip turned out to be a crafted replica from a German museum theme park and was meant for educational purposes. The guy even confessed to misinterpreting the video to gain attention and fame. Cave creeper. Venturing into a dark cave, you never know what you might encounter. Just like this guy, who wanted to take a look into this cave and came across a pair of eyes glowing in the gloomy cave. It looked like there was some creature hiding behind the stone that didn't want to reveal itself. It was not a human, as our eyes don't shine like that. Could it be some elusive cave creature hiding in there? The truth behind this encounter remained a secret, as the guy decided to get out of there. Haunting stalker. This guy was out on a nighttime hike when he came across something that made him leave everything and run for his life. Noticing someone was following him, he hid in a small cave to escape the unseen stalker. However, just when he came out with his flashlight on, a lone head was staring back at him. Scared for his life, he ran out of the woods and never went back for another hike. Some believe that it was some spirit haunting the woods, while skeptics thought someone might have pulled a prank on the poor guy. But do let me know what you think of this video. Does it look real to you? Mosquito Cave. This guy had a scary experience when his friends dared him to walk through a sea cave near Narooma, Australia. The video showed the man walking into the cave while his friends recorded from outside. And suddenly, a huge swarm of bugs came out of the cave, covering the man.
Oh, yeah!
He tried to get away, but his friends also got covered by the bugs. Even though the situation was scary and could turn life-threatening, the friends made light of it. Eventually, the bugs went back into the cave, and the man came out safely. Dogman. When a hiker was lost and trying to find his way back, he came across a creature he had only heard about in folklore. Initially, he thought it was a panther, but when he looked closely and saw its dog-like face, long snout, and dark fur, he realized it wasn't any ordinary wild animal. And the way it was standing on its hind legs, that only made it all the more unusual. He was sure he had captured a dogman, but many people speculated if it was a werewolf. Some even claimed it was nothing more than a hoax. Luckily, the guy was able to hide from whatever the creature was. Otherwise, it wouldn't have ended well for him. Farm encounter. A farmer was walking on his farm at night when he encountered something that shocked him. A bizarre figure seemed to be hiding behind bushes. Its inky black eye and mouth were anything but normal. Upon zooming in, he saw that the face of the figure was changing. Was it shifting its shape right in front of the camera? Yet, what was this thing? And how did it end up in that field? Some said it was the rake. Some thought it might be a skinwalker, as he was able to shapeshift. But no one seemed to know for sure. Siberian bear. Excavators working in a cave in the frozen wilds of eastern Siberia made the discovery of a lifetime when they found a complete bear carcass, the only one to ever exist. Before, they'd only found bits and pieces. But this time, as the animal was frozen over, it had all of its soft tissues inside ready to be explored. Scientists were working to check out its organs and brain. They're gonna do all sorts of tests to figure out how old it really was, why it died, and what it was like compared to today's bears. This find is like cracking open a time capsule and getting a peek at what life was like way back when. Humo deer.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick?
A guy looking over the pasture filmed the most bizarre sight. He saw two animals in the distance that looked like deer sprinting around, and see how they went to pass through that bunch of trees. What happened next was a real shocker. On the other side, instead of a deer, a humanoid figure on all fours appeared and rushed to hide behind a tree. What just happened here? Let's rewind. Did that deer change its form, or did something else happen on its very short journey through the trees? I can't think of a good enough explanation, so share your thoughts on this one in the comments. Hibernating bear. A very strange incident took place somewhere in Turkey. It looked like a construction team working on a site had disturbed a bear having a peaceful time, but the reality was far different. A mine collapsed onto the bear's home, and the team was rescuing it. But it was hard for the bear to trust the guys. It became angry and growled at them. Wanting to save the bear some trouble, the workers drilled until the bear was out and safe. Open discussion. This picture making rounds on the internet was captured when Special Forces soldiers encountered the Kandahar giant somewhere in a South Asian country. One of the soldiers closely witnessed the encounter and described the giant as 12 to 15 feet tall, with a red beard and scarlet hair, and it had an extra digit on its hands and feet. They surprisingly showed extraordinary speed and strength. The soldiers, being skeptics, didn't believe in the creature's existence until they encountered the giant for themselves. They confronted the giant in combat and took it down for the region's safety. However, the tale about these red giants is pretty famous. People still have their doubts about the existence of such elusive beings. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.